7 meters wide this is here. Oh, he's gone into the wall. And that's not ideal for Madav. And he will continue. We have 5 minutes left here in quali, and this is where everyone gets even more serious. Madav puts in a 1:43. He is way off the pace from 2,000 pigs. Everyone is going to be pushing at their absolute best. Time Lord goes into the pit lane. He's got time to go back out and do another one. Leaker has no more ERS, but he comes across the line and he improves, but he remains in P3. Madav off into the escape road and he backs it back onto the track. Rennick on a lap. I think he's going down the straight through turn 19 and then the right hand kink of turn 20 down the straight towards the line. He's got absolutely no battery left. Rennick comes across the line, improves by 0.2, but he's not close enough to 2,000 pigs, who is looking for his first pole of the season in his third race of the season. Now, I think 2,000 pigs is going back out on track now. No one is on a lap at the current stage, but drivers will be going back out onto the track. I think Leaker and Madav and Rennick has timed this not quite right, because they don't have a lot of time to go on the pits and get back out again. That was a big slide from Madav, but I don't think he's on a lap. So, yeah, Time Lord. Time Lord goes out the pit lane. Fire Striker stays in at the moment. Madav goes into the pit lane, so he'll have to quickly change his tyres and then go back out instantly. And same with Leaker. Leaker is on a very, very tight, he's barely got any time. So he's got to be very, very quick into the pit lane and out of the pit lane. Yellow flag, and that's 2,000 pigs. He's not on lap. He's on the out lap. Rennick, I don't think he'll have enough time to go back out again to take pole, but we'll have to wait for it. He's got exactly a minute to set another time. And he continues. No, he doesn't. He goes into the pit lane. Rennick could be done for the session as he hits the wall twice going into the pit lane. Rennick could be done for the session here. He might not get pole today as he's not timed. He's not timed this very well. Both Williams cars needs to get out very, very shortly. Fire Strike on an out lap. Time Lord on an out lap. Provisional pole sitter. 2,000 pigs starts the lap. Let's ride on board with him. 2,000 pigs crosses the line to start another flying lap to try and improve his lap time and make it trickier for the drivers to steal pole off of him as he goes through turn 1 very, very nicely. The short run to turn 2. How is his turn through here? Nice. Madav comes out of the pit lane, but is it too late? I'm not too sure. He's got Time Lord going past him as he just starts up a lap now and tries to improve his time from P5. Through turn 3, it's a bit deep into the corner, but he doesn't tap the wall, fortunately. Leaker's on his outlap. Big slide from 2,000 pigs, and that's not ideal. So he'll be having to try and have a great middle sector and final sector to improve his lap time. He goes up to the castle section now. And almost goes into the wall. He is pushing here, but it's looking alright so far. He drains the battery. He goes through the left-hand kinks on the way down to turn 15. Goes down the hill to turn 16, and then it's going to be foot flat to the floor for 2.2 kilometers. Down the straight, left-hand kink, right-hand kink of turn 18 and 19. Then it's turn 20 here. This lap is looking all right. Is there going to be an improvement? No, he comes into the pit lane. Pigs cannot improve his lap time. Will Rennick be able to? I think he's too far back. Rennick is done for the session. Leaker on an outlap drains the battery as he tries to get there. Time Lord does not improve as much as he would like to. I think he invalidated that lap, so Time Lord might be P5 or 6 here. Rennick is done for the session. Fire Striker will go down the straight. The top two is set, but can anyone get the front row? Leaker went across the line just in time. He's going down the straight to turn 3. Fire Striker stays in P4. Fire Striker will need to get a good race start in the race. Leaker, can he try and steal the front row? Let's ride on board with them. Time Lord is in the way here. He's not on a lap, I believe. Yeah, I don't think he is. Time Lord set for P5 unless Madav can make an argument of it. He goes down the straight through 18 and 19 and then turn 20. Madav cannot lift off the throttle now. If he has had a bad lap, he can't improve any of it now. He goes down the straight. Can he improve his lap time? Yes, he can, but it's not enough to get any higher. Madav P6, Time Lord P5, Fire Striker P4. There is the good for the race. Pigs is on pole for the first time this season. And Leaker P3, the championship leader, will be wanting to open the gap in the championship. Fire Striker P4. After the crash last week, he has to have a great final 2 races of the season to get back the championship lead. It's time for the penultimate race of the season here in Azerbaijan. It's lights out and away we go. Who gets a better start? It is 2000 Pigs. He cuts across to the left-hand side to cover off Rennick. But there's contact and both of them go into the wall. And that was a big, big moment. Hefty damage on 2000 Pigs and Rennick. Leaker, the championship leader, leads the race, and it was a big slide from Fire Striker, and out of nowhere, Time Lord goes up into P2, but, oh, there's chaos over here, and into the wall goes Madav. The right end plate goes off of his car. Fire Striker wanting to get back past Time Lord. That was chaos just then. Can Fire Striker get past Time Lord in a hurry and then hunt down Leaker, the championship leader? But Pigs looks to the inside and he makes a bit of contact with Fire Striker, but Fire Striker stays ahead of 2000 Pigs, who's got hefty front wing damage and will need to change that in a hurry. Leaker is flying out there. Rennick gets past Madav, who I think actually had a moment out of turn 16, because he shouldn't be this far back already, so that's really interesting. But riding on board with Fire Striker, can he go for a move into turn 1 here on Time Lord? He doesn't go for it. Leaker leads the first lap of dreams here. Rennick goes into the pit lane, but at the moment, let's watch the battle between Fire Striker and Time Lord. Fire Striker will have the DRS and will blast on past Time Lord, but Time Lord is trying to keep with them, and there's contact between them. And can Fire Striker get back past Time Lord? They're ghosted right now, so they're basically inside of each other at the moment, but can Fire Striker just get the edge ahead of Time Lord? He hobbles over the curb, and I think both touch the wall there. But Fire Striker still behind Time Lord. And Pigs will be wanting to pounce He has the slipstream. Time Lord isn't using his battery. He's probably saving it here. Lika's just about to cross the line to start the third lap of the race. Time Lord weaving all about here, which is going to make it a bit of a headache for Fire Striker, and he just goes into the back of him, but he gets past Time Lord. 2000 Pigs goes into the pit lane. Oh my word, what on earth happened there? Time Lord just dived it into turn 1. What on earth happened there? So Fire Striker is ahead of Time Lord, and he'll be hunting down the win for Lika. Madav goes into the pit lane, probably to change his front wing. I just didn't see what damage he has, so let's just wait for it. Yeah, he's still got that damage and he's changing it. So 2000 Pigs goes past, Rennick goes past, and Rennick now holds the fastest lap of the race with the 144. And Madav goes out the pit lane, way behind. Oh, and into the pit lane goes Time Lord in very weird fashion as he hits a wall. As he goes onto lap 6 of this race. And it seems like it's going to be a 2-stop race because he puts on another set of the medium tyre. He doesn't change his front wing and his right end plate is gone. As we're nearing the halfway stage. Oh, big slide and into the wall goes Lika, and they'll close the gap between him and Fire Striker. 2000 Pigs sets the fastest lap of the race. What's going on here? Oh, safety car. And why do we have a safety car? Was it Madav? That is a very, very weird thing that just happened. Why do we have a safety car? Interesting. So, let's do a bit of study here. 2000 Pigs doesn't have damage. Rennick doesn't. Time Lord is changing his front wing, so it must have been Time Lord. Time Lord must have caused the safety car here. There's no damage on Madav. So I think it was Time Lord that caused the safety car. What tyre everyone's on? Everyone is on the hard tyre. But the thing... So it seems like it's all going to be even. Fire Striker comes into the pit lane. Lika doesn't. Lika stays out. And that's a big strategy call. 2000 Pigs will go on past Fire Striker. So 2000 Pigs is back up into P2. Fire Striker's on the medium tyre. Rennick doesn't pit. Pigs doesn't pit. So it seems like the only driver to pit is Fire Striker. Well, and Time Lord and Madav. They also pit. Safety car's in the lap, so they're going without Madav and Time Lord. So, safety car comes in. Will Lika be able to hold his position into turn 1, as it is a very, very long straight. And for a track like this, I think it's best to go late. Pigs is giving him the hurry up here. Let's ride on board with Pigs as he's side by side with Lika. He's giving Lika the hurry up here. And they go. They go now. Lika leads the way, but Pigs will look to the inside here into turn 1. Pigs. Oh, Lika went wide there. But Pigs, can he hold it? Lika's still making a fight of it. They're still going side by side, but around the outside goes Lika. And Lika stays in the lead of the Baku Grand Prix. Rennick gets past Fire Striker. Pigs will want to have a go here. And Fire Striker goes down the inside, takes P3. Pigs goes down the inside and takes the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Lika second. Third is Fire Striker. And Lika having to defend Fire Striker. And Fire Striker, can he get ahead here? Fire Striker's ahead of Lika. They go down to turn 7. And in Spain, it's quite hard to crash, as it's a very open track, but it's still possible. Rennick. Time Lord retires. Time Lord is out. And we have another safety car in there, and it bunches the pack up again. Time Lord has hit the wall at the castle section and is out of the race. Can you believe the situation we're experiencing at the moment? Drive-through penalty for Madav for speeding under the safety car. And into the pits comes 2000 Pigs. Fire Striker goes to the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. He stays out. Lika goes into the pit lane. This is exactly what they needed. When it comes in, Fire Striker stays out. He's braving it. Fire Striker thinks track position is more important here than tyre wear. Can you believe the situation we are experiencing at the moment? Anybody could win this race today. It is wide open. He's ahead of the safety car. Interesting, but he... oh, down the escape road goes 2000 Pigs. Can Lika benefit from this? No, Pigs just gets it going in time. Safety cars in this lap. Fire Striker leads the way following Pigs, Lika, Madav with a drive-through penalty. And then it's Rennick. Look at them. They were 3 wide at one point. They are wanting to get a move on here. Pigs seeming so aggressive. Let's ride on board with Lika. This is very, very interesting. They go. Oh, Lika didn't have the right gear and he was in 5th gear. He gets a bad restart and he's vulnerable to Madav. But Fire Striker and Pigs are going side by side to turn 1. Pigs so far's got the edge in front. And down the inside he goes, but Fire Striker stays ahead. There's contact and into the wall goes Madav. Rennick goes past up into P4. Lika stays in P3. Pigs is vulnerable to Lika. Pigs will be looking for the slipstream. Can Lika go to the right side, the left-hand side? Down the inside, he looks for it. And, oh, I thought he was going into the wall there, Pigs. And Lika, I think, had... oh, Lika's in the wall! Lika's in the wall, and this helps Fire Strike in the championship massively. The virtual safety car comes out. Lika has hit the wall. He is P5 at the moment. So he will not give up without a fight. The virtual safety car ends. And it's a great restart from 2000 Pigs. He launches. He goes to the left-hand side of Fire Striker, and down the inside goes 2000 Pigs. They make a bit of contact. Fire Striker stays ahead at the moment. Who is going to be brave? And it was a little look on the inside. Oh, and he hits Fire Striker. 2000 Pigs hits Fire Striker. Lika's out. Lika's out of the race. Lika is out. Are you kidding me? What on earth has just happened here in the restart? Rennick is P2 looking for the lead here from 2000 Pigs. Fire Striker's in P3. Lika's out, and this could give the championship lead back to Fire Striker. Can you believe the situation out there at the moment? It is wide open between these 3 drivers. Out here at the moment, we're halfway through lap 15 of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in the penultimate race of the season. Down the straight, Rennick has the DRS. He's got the DRS wide open. Can he go for a move into turn 1? Pigs defends. On the outside is Rennick. Can he perform the switchback here? He's a bit too far back. But will he go for a move into turn 2? Pigs blocks him off. And, oh, a bit of a slide out of turn 2 from Rennick and 2000 Pigs. Rennick has the DRS. Will he be able to get past into turn 3 this time round? He stays behind. He's looking for a different opportunity. But Pigs goes deep into the corner. And this gives a chance. And both are into the wall. Both are into the wall. And that puts Fire Striker in the lead. I am completely out of breath. 2000 Pigs goes down to 3rd. down the straight. Can Rennick get his first win of the season? Rennick goes down the straight, blocked by Fire Striker, can't get past in the meantime, but look how close he has, a bit of a slide. One lap 17, the penultimate lap of the race and the penultimate lap of the season. Rennick has the DRS, he's on the left hand side of Fire Striker and down the inside, and they're just having wheel to wheel contact through turn 4. They're still side by side, but Rennick takes the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and he has a bit of a slide, and Fire Striker looked on the inside, can't get past Rennick. This motor race continues to surprise. Pigs has gone into the wall, and his chance of winning was small enough, and it's now even more smaller. His whole front wing is gone. What a race we've had today. And the season isn't over just yet. We've got one more race after this one. Rennick has thrown everything at them today. He's made contact with Pigs on the first lap. He's made contact with Pigs just not long ago. Rennick comes across the line in his third race of the season and wins here in Azerbaijan in a very hard-fought race. And Fire Striker, I think, will take the lead back from Lika in the championship. 2000 Pigs comes across the line and finishes third for the third time in a row. Madev comes across the line and for the first time this season gets no track limits penalty. Rennick has thrown everything at these guys. He makes contact with Pigs twice, and he comes back to win. He was dead last on the first lap. That is one hell of a comeback from Rennick. And we can all bow down to Rennick after a superb drive. He was so unlucky with collisions, and there's no cleanest driver, but I'll sort that out after. Fastest lap goes to 2000 Pigs, driver of the day goes to Fire Striker, and most overtakes goes to Rennick. And there is the results. Fire Striker back in the lead of the championship. We'll see you in the finale when we go to Spain. Goodbye.